Welcome. This is the Senior Safety Advice podcast, and we are so glad that you've made it to a calmer corner of your day. Here, we focus on real solutions, practical help, and the kind of encouragement we could all use a little more of. So let's get to it.
Welcome to today's Senior Safety Advice Daily Podcast. This is your daily moment of calm, guidance, and encouragement as we navigate aging, caregiving, and living well together. Today I want to talk about something that might surprise you. Why human connection is one of the most powerful protectors against cognitive decline. We often hear about eating brain-healthy foods or doing puzzles to keep the mind sharp, and yes, those things help. But staying socially connected may actually be just as important, if not more. Here's why. We all know how good it feels to be around people who care about us, to laugh, to talk, to feel understood. But did you know that those moments of connection are literally exercising your brain? When we interact with others, we're using memory, attention, empathy, language, and problem solving, all at once. Sort of like a full-body workout for the mind. And the science backs this up. Studies show that people who maintain strong social relationships are less likely to develop Alzheimer's disease or other forms of dementia. In fact, loneliness and social isolation can increase the risk of cognitive decline by as much as 50%, and that's a number worth paying attention to. Here's what's happening on a biological level. When we connect with others, our brain releases chemicals like oxytocin, dopamine, and serotonin, the feel-good hormones. These chemicals lower stress and inflammation, both of which play a role in cognitive decline. At the same time, social interaction strengthens the brain's neural pathways, especially those involved in communication and memory. Every conversation, every shared laugh, every problem solved together, it's like reinforcing the brain's wiring. And the best part? It's never too late. Even people in their 80s and 90s can see cognitive benefits from increased social activity. The brain is resilient and continues to form new connections when we stay engaged. On the flip side, isolation can quietly chip away at both emotional and brain health. When we spend too much time alone, our brain gets less stimulation. It's sort of like leaving a muscle unused. It starts to weaken. Isolation also increases stress hormones, which over time can damage the hippocampus, the part of the brain responsible for memory and learning. That's why loneliness isn't just an emotional issue, it's a neurological one. Unfortunately, older adults are especially at risk. Loss of a spouse, retirement, mobility changes, and hearing loss can all make it harder to stay socially active. But even small, consistent efforts can make a big difference. Here are some practical ways to protect your brain through connection. Number 1, call or visit someone regularly. Even short conversations can boost mood and stimulate memory. So set a routine, such as a weekly call with a friend or family member. Number 2 is join a group or a class. Book clubs, community centers, hobby groups, all of them are great for conversation and shared purpose. And thanks to technology, many of these exist online too. Number 3 is to volunteer. Helping others keeps you socially and mentally active. Plus, it boosts self-esteem and creates purpose. Number 4 is to engage with neighbors. A wave, a quick chat, a shared cup of coffee, all of these can go a long way toward creating everyday connections. Number 5 is to adopt a pet or spend time with animals. Pet companionship has been shown to reduce loneliness and improve emotional well-being, both of which are good for brain health. Number 6 is to stay curious. Ask questions, share stories, learn something new about someone. Curiosity keeps conversations alive and your brain firing. If you're a caregiver, you play a key role in fostering connection for your loved one and for yourself. Encouraging social engagement can help slow cognitive decline and improve quality of life. It might mean helping your loved one attend church, join a senior center, or connect with old friends online. But don't forget, you need connection too. Caregiver isolation is real, and it can take a toll on your health and your focus. So reach out to support groups, neighbors, or friends who get it. You'll not only feel better, you'll think more clearly and handle challenges with more ease. Maybe you're listening to this and thinking, well, that sounds nice, but I don't have anyone nearby. All right, I get it. Sometimes life changes leave us more isolated than we'd like. But connection doesn't have to be huge or complicated. It starts small. Even a 5-minute chat with a store clerk, or a note to an old friend, or a smile to a neighbor counts. And if you're more comfortable online, there are many safe virtual communities for older adults and caregivers where you can share stories, join discussions, and make new friends. Connection isn't about quantity. It's about quality and about feeling seen and heard and valued. Here's something you can try this week. Make it your goal to have one genuine connection each day. That might mean calling a friend, chatting with your mail carrier, or sending a text that says, "I'm thinking of you." Notice how your mood shifts afterwards. Maybe you feel a little lighter or more energized or a little more focused. That's your brain thanking you for the stimulation and warmth. Over time, these small moments add up. They create emotional resilience and cognitive protection that lasts. Human beings are wired for connection. It's not just something we enjoy, it's something we need to stay healthy, both mentally and physically. So if you're worried about keeping your mind sharp as you age, remember this: puzzles are good, exercise is great, but conversation, a genuine heartfelt connection, might just be the most powerful brain exercise of all. Because every time we reach out and listen and laugh or share a story, we're keeping the mind and the heart alive. So thank you for spending this time with me today. If this episode encouraged you, share it with someone you care about. Just that small act of connection could make both of your days a little brighter. You can find more reflections and resources on senior well-being and caregiving at seniorsafetyadvice.com. And come back tomorrow for another daily moment of calm, guidance, and encouragement right here on the Senior Safety Advice podcast. Until next time, take care of yourself and the ones you love. Bye!
This podcast is part of our mission to help older adults live safely and independently. If you'd like to take the next step, visit aginginplacedirectory.com, where you'll find specialists, helpful resources, and inspiration to make every home your place to thrive.